understand somebody else's mind. But to be an educator is to do it in a way that helps them understand without inflicting any type of differences on how you mean to preach that understanding to them. And I think, like, if I could just, like, talk to more teachers and be like, how do you handle this? Or how do you handle that? It'd be insane. And I think, like, wow, I think teachers do teach. And the fact that you think they don't teach, I'm very sorry for that. Because teachers do teach. You might have not had the willingness or the capacity or the wanting to understand the way they were teaching, or maybe you didn't learn in the same way that they were saying those things to you, but 100% teachers do teach. 100%. And even when they're bad teachers, or you feel they're bad or you feel they're wrong, I can tell you that they teach and they try. It's not their fault that people learn differently. It's not their fault that people have a different perspective on their human experience, to not be able to understand things, because they're speaking to a group of people, not you individual. And that's like a huge misconception. But I would love to talk to more teachers, going back to what I said, just to experience like how they have conversation flow with a room. I'm a teacher in Oklahoma. Thanks for the support. Definitely appreciate it. What's up, Celeste? Cialis. I do. No, kids do want to learn. That's like the whole point of being like a young human, is to learn. Like your whole brain, you want to learn. I'm just eating some Thai food. My teacher calls it skill classroom management. Yeah, that's insane. I should look that tactic up. Thanks, Ready Player to Mom. I'm probably going to play for at least 6 hours once we get on. But I think that's the thing. We don't need to focus on the negativity of our learning situation, right? Unless we're actively doing something to change it, why are we focusing on it? If you have a problem with your situation and you even want to sit here and you want to argue that in this conversation, I encourage you, before you type it, before you try and argue it, I have no problem having an honest, true debate about it. But before you try and argue anything I said, if it comes to education and the type of learning, I encourage you to go to your local township meeting, to go to your council, to go to your city halls. And I encourage you, if you don't want to do a change, I just encourage you to sit in on one of those meetings to better understand what's happening in your area before you can actually make a proper argument in this chat on any of those situations. Please do me that one thing. Take the time out to truly divulge yourself into the moment, into the conversation in a real time. Not what you read through media, not what you read online. Put yourself in your community and your situation. Other than that, like, I don't want to hear about any of the bullshit about teaching, please. Actually, I haven't seen Sonic 1. I really would like to watch it. AC. What's up, the real Darth Vader? So my garden will be ready on Saturday. S-Ilas. Phonetically, pronunciation. S-Ilas. What's up? Thanks, S-Ilas. Yeah, there is. Don't go watch Morbius. It's a disaster. I heard terrible things about it. All right, let me chug this, then I'll eat the rest of my food. We're 4 minutes past logging on to Elden Ring, so I'm gonna chug. I hope I get to butt fuck all those bastards in Elden Ring too. Gene WP Ryan, thank you so much for those 100 videos. Supporting our educators, 100%. You know what? I'm gonna write it down as an idea for inspo. Hey boy. But maybe I can get some local teachers to come on and chat. And we can just have a chat with some local teachers. I know recently because, like I said, my brother who was 18 came to live with me for about 6 months, and then he was unfortunately just on a crazy different life path that I was not able to set him in a direction neither he nor I desired. But I did spend about 6 months trying to get him to schools, getting him involved with the community. So I did actually deal with some crazy shit. I actually dealt with his court situation. I dealt basically being the parent, enrolling him in schools. And then I also dealt, before I could actually have the permissions from parenting, how to get all of those permissions to enroll him into school. So it's pretty crazy. Do I ever want to be an educator? No, I'm not built for anything in education because all my thoughts are mine and only based off my perspective and my understanding of situations. So like while I say like this is that and this is that, or this is how I feel and that's how I feel, you have to understand that every time I say them in this chat, I always mean like this is my understanding, this is my perspective on these situations. And because I'm not able to completely separate myself from a lot of the ideas that I have, because I can't just make a statement on them, because even when I want to tell you guys this is how I feel unattached from the situation, I always too have a deep rooted feeling to one other, to this or that. So I could never be an educator. Thank you, Sir Jado Dilemma. Pork slumping again. All right, this is the water. I'm gonna have to get another drink. Being neutral and imparting information is really difficult. It is so difficult.